Well, the sun has set after another perfect day in San Luis Obispo, and the lights have turned on at Holt Stadium for some soccer. The Slow High Tigers host Rocklin High School all the way from Sacramento. Welcome to the broadcast booth. My name is Nate Mills. I'll be calling tonight's play-by-play broadcast of San Luis Obispo High School girls soccer. Tonight is a part of the Thunder's Central Coast games in South Santa Maria at Righetti tomorrow, and then back on the coast for Arroyo Grande the day after. Rocklin has a challenge to start their season because, like wearing a fur coat, also looking to carry some defensive momentum into tonight's matchup as well. Like I said, it was a perfect day today in San Luis Obispo, but here at Holt Stadium, it's awfully chilly so far. I've seen some of the players bust out the mittens at the start of the opening kick. Similar lineup to what we saw on Tuesday night, the only difference being Molly Carliskin in at goalie. To refresh your memory, Madison King went down with a shoulder injury. She was diving to her left after the ball. Don't see her tonight. Hard to see with the tents out by the field on the sideline. I'm sure she's supporting her team any way she can. Luckily, in the Tigers' case, Carliskin and King had been splitting a lot of the goalie reps 50-50 heading into the game on Tuesday, but started recently to start swaying more towards King's way. She started to get a lot more of the reps, understandably so. She has a lot more experience, the junior goalkeeper. But now the freshman, Carliston, is going to get a shot here starting tonight for San Luis Obispo. And this is a Rocklin team to keep an eye out for. You know, last year they finished the season 14-5-2 with a 7-2-1 conference record, and they made it into the Division I playoffs and actually pretty decently far. They lost in the semis of the D1 Sacramento-San Joaquin section to Franklin. They lost in a 2-1 heartbreaker. They also lost a majority of their team. 11 of the 21 players that were on the team last year are returning. So a lot of senior presence missing on this team, but we're seeing a lot of new faces having to step up here for the Thunder. Isla Sieber, a sophomore defender for Rocklin tonight as well. She's getting the starting nod. On varsity last year, but no statistics according to Max Preps. But we're off here. Should be a competitive matchup tonight, as San Luis Obispo is in Rocklin territory, trying to draw up a play, but this team is very quick, very athletic, seemingly just early on in this game. You can kind of tell what kind of game this is going to be. These are two very athletic squads going after it. But it's just going to take a lot from the star power that the Tigers have up front in Ashley Brewer. Just a recap of her last game. She scored in the last game, and she did it all by herself in a win against Bakersfield a little earlier this season. It was a 3-1 win. And she scored all three of those goals, as the Tigers now take a corner kick, and this one looks like it's just going to be a tap over to Mila Corey. It's not. Winds it up. Center in the penalty box. Kicking it around. Who's going to end up with it? No solid possession as it goes out to the back line of defense, and that's Kylie Krukiran, the CCAA first team all-league selection from last year, cleaning things up after that corner kick. Some good speed and hustle from Gia Costanzo. She was a standout player for Rocklin last year, playing in 20 of the 21 games just as a freshman. So now she's in this game as a sophomore. This is the opening night here for Rocklin, as we have a injured Tiger down on the field grabbing the right ankle, it looks like. She appears to be okay. Still trying to get a number on who that is. Looks like it's Mia Forbes. Gingerly skipping back into position. The defender, CCAA second team all-league selection from last year, as Oliveira's in the box trying to header it in. Ball hitting lots of heads in the area. Left foot from the Tigers, right foot Brewer, and that's a great save by Porubsky. Ashley Brewer tried to catch her not looking, but Porubsky was ready for that one. Not one of the stronger kicks you'll see from Brewer. She certainly has the best leg of the forwards, at least on the team. So you're going to see a lot of powerful shots coming from number 15 inside the box. As Oliveira in pursuit. Now it's Brewer going after it. Playing heavy press early on. Good defense by Corey. Here's the center. Oliveira. Oliveira just a tad tardy on that center ball from Mila Corey. Did a great job setting it up, but that wall for Rocklin did an even better job getting it out of the area. Slow, still threatening though. It's been mostly Tiger possession early on in this game. Just about 8 minutes into this contest. And there's a deep ball there from Kukirian. Looks like it could be a corner kick here for San Luis Obispo. Tigers wearing the all-black unis like they did on Tuesday night. Rocklin in the all-blues. Here's a right foot from Krosno. No. Now Porubsky picks up the scraps. A very simple uniform combination tonight. Typically on the soccer kits, I feel like it's either completely plain or just an absolute canvas of colors and shapes. As Oliveira bumps shoulders with a Rocklin defender, and that one's going to roll out. Last touch by Forbes, it looks like, and so it's going to be a throw-in for Rocklin. Once again, deep near their own goal, and that's where they've just been living so far in the first 10 minutes of this game. Whistle blows. Here's Mila Corey. Actually taking it will be Krukirin. Here's the free kick. Chip shot. Who's it going to be? Blue pennies everywhere. Brewer fighting for it. And they'll just kick that one away. It's going to roll towards the Rocklin High School bench. And we saw this fast start the other night on Tuesday with Ashley Brewer putting her name on that game immediately. Within, I'd say, the first 4 minutes, she put up that goal against Santa Ynez. It's been a different story here tonight, but you can tell that's the approach that San Luis Obispo takes, is they kind of act like that boa constrictor. They latch onto you, and they just keep squeezing and squeezing, and that's what it looked like against the Pirates on Tuesday, having a little bit more difficulty here with the Division I Rocklin High School Thunder. Now Thunder getting a shot against Slow's defense. And there in that play was Kayla Ashby kicking it out. On the throw-in is Addie Norman for the Thunder. field littered with black jerseys, it looks like. She really couldn't throw to any players. They were all heavily pressed by the slow defense. And for a team that's been so offensive in this game so far, there's 29 minutes left to go in the first half, that ability to switch to that defensive mindset and be there on those throw-ins and being there for every play locked in is just a testament to really how the Tigers have been successful early on this season with their 4-game winning streak. As here's they go again. Deep ball intended for Brewer, but Porubsky sends it to the center of the field again. And Alina Ashby was there to clean that up. Excuse me, that was Riley O'Connor trying to get it back towards the left side. And Oliveira, with two Rocklin High School players, had to fight for it. It's still a scramble at midfield. And the Tigers quickly reacting to the ball like an absolute magnet. Ashby tried to get it to Corey. Still in bounds. Ashby again. Fight for the header. 3 headers in a row. Here's a look for Costanzo. Costanzo with some speed and great defense by Mila Corey to boot that one out of bounds. Gonna be a corner kick for Rocklin, but don't want to give the speedy sophomore a look like that. And in Corey's case, she just booted it away. Thunder getting set up for their first corner kick of this game. It's going to be Gia Costanzo taking it. As a freshman last year, she has 5 points, and she sends this one into the box. There's a header, and there is Molly Karlaskint, her first save of the game. Scary moment there for Slow. Almost a fantastically athletic goal by Rocklin High School, but Karlaskint, the moment was not too big for her. She just collects it, and a sigh of relief from the Slow High crowd at Holt Stadium. Here's a throw in for the Tigers. Mila Corey's on it. Costanzo fighting with Oliveira. Oliveira sees Brewer downfield. Brewer fighting with 2 defenders. Makes a nice move to go back and around. Still a foot race to the ball. Throws a shoulder with Kaylee Vu, and it's going to roll out of bounds. I think Brewer touched it last, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I am mistaken. So it's going to be Riley O'Connor throwing it in for San Luis Obispo. It goes back to O'Connor. Chip shot towards the center of the field. Kalea Oliveira going after it, keeping it in play was Costanzo. Now they're playing keep away from number 3 for Slow. Costanzo in pursuit, but it rolls out of bounds. That's going to be Kayla Ashby near on that play. Mila Corey throws it in. Whistle blows. Here's a free kick with Mila Corey. Kieran's actually going to come in and take this one. Kieran, ball's in the air. Retrieved by Rocklin. That one's going to roll out of bounds. I've been talking about the San Luis Obispo defense on this broadcast. Really hats off to that team in blue, preventing this potent offense in the Tigers from scoring on many opportunities, on many free kicks, corner kicks. They're playing some great defense as well. Standing out so far for me is really Addie Norman with help of Siri Coyne. They've been in there on every play trying to stop Ashley Brewer, the most threatening scorer, as here's Krosno trying to thread her way through 2 defenders. Just kick that out of there, but as a backstop, there's Ashby. Another backstop in Corey. And to Oliveira. There's a shove from Forbes. No whistle. Goes back to Forbes. Here's Corey. She finds Krosno. And Oliveira tried to get the pass over to Krosno, but intercepting it there was Siri Coyne for Rocklin. Now on the other side, it's Vargas. Vargas eventually to Demacion. Demacion getting double-teamed out there on that top side of the field. Now there's one left to beat. Getting close. Great defense from San Luis Obispo. Just sweeping it away like a rug underneath the feet of Demacion. Riley O'Connor has been putting on a good defensive show so far this game as well. Looks like we might be seeing some of our first substitutions of the game, and I think we are. So for San Luis Obispo, Mia Radigan, the star from last game, is going to say hello to the pitch for the first time tonight. As a recap, she scored twice, one away from that Hattie. Had an assist in that last game against Santa Ynez as well. Played a lot more than Ashley Brewer did, and she certainly shined underneath the lights, and so she's getting another chance here tonight. Also checking in for San Luis Obispo was Kinsey Zeidel, the sophomore midfielder. Still tied at 0 with 22 minutes left to go in the first half. Rocklin High School coming all the way from Sacramento, spending the weekend here on the Central Coast. As here's Vargas. Vargas had a chance as one of the defenders slipped. And the Tigers get it out of there after a threatening possession with Demacion almost headlining it. She had some open space, but the Tigers filled the gap quickly. Another sub coming in, this time for Rocklin High School. This time, Isla Sieber is coming out of this game, and replacing her will be Caroline Simmons. Now here's Simmons' first look. Gets it over to Costanzo, but it goes out of bounds. And for the Tigers, they want to keep that same energy that they had to start off the game, as here's Krosno. And that's a beautiful pass to Ashley Brewer, just hugging the sideline. It stayed in bounds, but eventually now it's the goalie who takes it. Free ball for a second there, but then booted away for Rocklin. Now it's a sword fight in the middle of the field, ending up in a Rocklin possession. Elise Mulliken was the winner on that duel. Just over 20 minutes remaining, just over halfway through the first half of play here at Holt Stadium. So far, a heavy defense game from both sides. Pump fake throw in from Rocklin. 2 headers. Still unclear on the possession. There's a shot from Costanzo. That one rolls out. Now the keeper, Carla Skint, is going to roll it on over to Kukirian. Krukerian muffs the pass. Here's a look for the Thunder. Krukerian recovers after the loose ball, trying to find an open player downfield. It gets intercepted. And tripped up on that play was Kinsey Zeidel. Whistle blows. So a break for the Tigers, as Rocklin was starting to figure it out with their defense. Here they come again. Costanzo again. But trotting over there was Kayla Ashby. And some more subs for San Luis Obispo. Mia Davis says hello. The junior midfielder comes into this game. Here's Brewer accepting the thrown shoulder. She'll take it as it's a throw-in for San Luis Obispo. Krukerian throws it in. It's intercepted. At midfield, loose ball. Going after it was Addison Crosno. And it looks like there was a miscommunication on the pass from Rocklin. This one was sent all the way back to the defense for Rocklin. And Crosno saw the opportunity, but just got outpaced by the ball. So it's going to be a throw-in now for the Thunder. And Addie Norman's going to be the one to do it. Talked about how 11 of the 21 players on the team last year are returning. And Addie Norman's one of them. She was tied for first in most games played with 21. There were 3 other participants, but they were all seniors last season. So she's the last one remaining, the junior defender. The only returner to play in every game. As a big piece, and Gia Costanzo comes out for Rocklin. That speed on the wing is going to be missed by the Thunder. And there's a steal from Riley O'Connor. Here come the Tigers. Here's Crosno trying to set up a play. Left foot, she sees Mia Radigan. Radigan loses the race to the ball to Porubsky. Rolls it over. Right side. Crosno swoops it. Here's Brewer. Great move with the right outside foot. Brewer, she gets caught up with and tangled with a Rocklin defender who just completely shoves the forward into the ground, and she knew it immediately. The palms went right onto the scalp. I think that was Addie Norman who knew her mistake right away. Excuse me, that was Rachel Jacobson. As the last person you would want on that Tiger roster, Ashley Brewer is taking penalty kick. And just high and wide right. It hits the top right corner of the goalpost. And she's been struggling with those looks lately. She's been getting some open looks. We saw it last game after getting that goal. For all the superstitious people out there, I don't want to say the Y word, and you're going to know what the Y word is if you've played sports, been around sports. I'll just completely avoid it. But she keeps missing high. She keeps missing over the net, hitting the crossbar. This time it got a little closer there on the top right corner, that top 90 of the goalpost. You can tell some adjustments were made there, but certainly an opportunity the Tigers would like to have back. It would have been a great chance to get ahead in this game, as here come the Thunder. Whistle blows. And once again, Slow kind of gets bailed out of that possession from Rocklin. They got something cooking there with Allison Walker at midfield. We're going to do it with Ava Olimpiada, the true freshman. Saying true freshman like it's college. think just saying true emphasizes how impressive it is that a freshman is playing her varsity debut tonight. As here's Mia Radigan near sideline, trying to beat out her defender, trying to find someone open. Brewer comes out of nowhere, but it's batted away by Mackenzie Wright, making her debut this evening for the Thunder. But Corey with the throw-in. Krosno sends it back. Here's Zeidel. Ball gets out. Change of possession. Milo with some good defense stealing it, but it goes right back into the clutch of Rocklin. Fighting at midfield. Here's a chance for the Thunder. Center ball. Tipping it in the air and catching it is Molly Karlaskint. The fill-in keeper saving the day. Just off her fingertips, she tips it right into her chest. Easy play for her. As that was another good look for Ava Olimpiada. The freshman showing she belongs early, showing some great speed and athleticism, especially on that possession. Kind of a hang with him there with Karlaskint. Looks like the Tigers are maybe getting ready to check some players back in. I'm seeing Kalea Oliveira warming up on the sideline. She's accompanied with Samantha Lucetta. "12 minutes left to go in the first half. At least that's what the scoreboard says, not counting for stoppage time. As dancing around is Allison Walker. She centers it. Ball gets away. And there on it was Zoe Minery. She was in pursuit. Touched her last, though. The CCAA second team all-league forward who had an assist in last game against Santa Ynez. And a sub coming in for the Thunder as well as the Tigers. And yep, it's going to be Kalea Oliveira coming back in. We're going to see Layla Jakins. Layla Jakins, the junior defender. Playing hot potato here with the ball. Touch last by San Luis Obispo. And some great defense by Krosno. She blocks a pass that get to the front of the box. So that's huge for the Tigers, but the whistle blew, and here's a free kick going to be taken here by Layla Jakins. It appears to be. There's two Tigers standing next to the ball. Yeah, Jakins is just going to tap it to Krikirian. Now, at midfield, it's Coyne. Over to Trubel. There on the far side is Simmons for Rocklin. Loose ball. Karlaskint scoops it up. Carlos Skint sends it to midfield. Lots of headers tonight. Keeping the ball in the air as much as possible. Really, both teams have been doing that. As the whistle blows. Still Rocklin possession. And Jessica Trubel loves doing that pullback move on all the Tiger defenders. As a pass from Caroline Simmons went out of bounds. She went after the freshman once again for Rocklin High School. Whistle blows once more. And more hands on heads for the blue jerseys. Taking this one is Siri Coyne. And here's another opportunity for the Thunder to get one on the board with under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Headered out. Still in the area, though. Midfield. Brewer loses the fight for the ball. Now Simmons. Oliveira. Back over to Krukirian. Here's a deep line drive shot intended for Brewer. It's going to go right to Trubel. Trubel puts it away immediately. And the ball goes out. Still Tiger ball on the throw-in here. Back on the Rocklin side. They have possession. Here's a shot downfield. Foot race for the ball near the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Great defense. Mila Corey once again. She's been flying around the field all evening. Targeted once again was the freshman Olympiada. She loses the race to Mila Corey. And here's a corner for the Thunder. Taking it is Coyne. Coyne sends it over. And a high shot after the ball was juggled around near the goal line. That one goes out of bounds. Last touched by someone in a blue jersey. Now the Tigers get to work again. And one of their more faster pieces on this offense, Gia Costanzo, is back in the game. And really, she's a good weapon to have for Rocklin. You can just send it downfield and tell her to go get it. She's got the speed to do it. And they just weren't able to run quite exactly the same play they wanted with her when they had Olympiada in, but not too different. What you're getting with Olympiada more is the height and the length of the legs. Costanzo with the slight experience advantage, playing in 20 games as a true freshman last year. Olympiada maybe on pace to do the same this year, starting on opening night here for the Thunder. As now Oliveira for the Tigers is trying to find someone open. She finds Brewer, great move with the left foot, but she loses control. I think punching that right leg in there was Rachel Jacobson, coming in from behind, getting a toe on it. And a muff kick by the goalie, and Porubsky is going to result in a throw-in from Mila Corey. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. The stadium tensely waiting for a goal on either side. I feel like both teams have gotten so close so far. as Olympiada tried to send it downfield, and it hit the ref in the head. He wasn't in play, so it didn't matter. Ball was already out. Throw in for the Tigers. Strong left foot from Corey. Goes off the face of Olympiada, so she keeps it in play. Krukirian gets it out of the area. And now return to sender. Coming to clean it up is Riley O'Connor. She will not keep it in play, let it go out. It was touched by a defender from Rocklin last. But then the Tigers turn it over right away. 0-0 on Rocklin High School's opening night against San Luis Obispo and their trip to the Central Coast. Fighting through the throw-in. Here's a center ball. There's 4 defenders there for Olympiada, so she had really no chance to do anything with that possession. They boot it out of the way. Header goes over the head of Riley O'Connor. Ball in play. Here's a goal kick from Carla Skint. Whistle blows, and Ashley Brewer is going to get her first break of the night. Mia Radigan is going to come back in. Looks like we're going to see Ella Waddle come in too, the sophomore midfielder. Ruby Beckett seeing some action for the first time tonight too, the junior forward. And Radigan was neck and neck for that race to the possession with Haley Simmons. Haley booted it away. Corey, who's been getting a lot of playing time tonight, gets the throw in again. It's quickly turned over. Scampering for the ball was Caroline Simmons. Here she goes with a hard shot over to Olympiada. But once again, another turnover, this time in favor of Slow. Left foot to Radigan. She gets swarmed, my goodness. 3 defenders on her right now, just trying to get out of it, trying to find any opening. She can't. And booting it away for Rocklin is Rachel Jacobson. So we're under 2 minutes now. Game clock has gone dark. Now it's up to the discretion of the refs for whatever stoppage time we will be playing with. Pretty evenly contested match so far this evening. Like I said, the Tigers have been awfully hot on offense lately. They've scored at least 2 goals in every game they've played. That's including the loss, the 2-4 loss that they took an opening night against Paso Robles. Right now they have none. An uncharacteristic start for the Tigers, as they just want to hold off the Thunder here before each of them head back into the locker rooms. O'Connor fighting for it. Arms get tangled and kicked out of bounds. Throw in. Headed by Krukirian. And Krukirian gets it off, but not before the 2 whistles blow for halftime. As we head into the half, It's your San Luis Obispo Tigers 0 and the Rocklin High School Thunder 0. We'll be back after this on the Tiger News Network. Don't go anywhere. Hello, friends. Welcome back to action here at Holt Stadium. Once again at San Luis Obispo High School. It's your Tigers girls soccer hosting the Rocklin High School Thunder. This is actually opening night here for Thunder, sort of getting their season off to a late start. They're here all the way from Sacramento as a part of I called it a Central Coast swing. So they're playing Rigetti tomorrow, going down to South Santa Maria as right out of the gates, a deep ball over to Zoe Minery goes out of bounds. And yeah, the story of this one so far has been good defense and some missed opportunities. Yeah, you can have both. I feel like where there were moments that either team could have capitalized on a goal, they just haven't. And here's Oliveira as her shot on target gets deflected away. But you can tell the Tigers feel like they're close as she high-fives her forward, Addison Krosno. But it's been difficult when both teams seem to smell blood this evening. They just can't quite tuck it away for any points, and here we are sitting at 0-0 to the start of this second half. So they've switched sides here. Once again, Rocklin High School in the blue kits. San Luis Obispo rocking the all blacks. Love that look. On a chilly night here in SLO. Tigers with heavy press in Thunder territory. Now Gia Costanzo gets to work. Tried to send it over downfield for a shot, but it was deflected away. Inching their way towards the goal now is Rocklin High School. And retrieving the ball for the throw-in, it looks like it's Jessica Trubel. Here it is. Dribbling. Stolen by the Tigers. Here they come. A shot at Minery. Minery down the near side. And a good job getting that one out of bounds. Having Minery touch it last. That was a smart move by Abby Swank to kick it off the shins. So it touched her last. So then they got the throw in, but now they're just going to turn it right back over. And now Riley O'Connor is going to go after that one. Rocklin High made it as far as the Division I semis, where they were defeated by Franklin High. That was in the Sac Joaquin section of CIF. San Luis Obispo last season didn't get that far in the Division II playoffs here in the Central section. They're looking to change that around this season. They've been doing all the right things in the past 2 weeks, picking up 4 wins in a row after falling to Paso Robles, and coach is just going after that one. Ball got loose for the throw-in, and she's on her toes. O'Connor with the throw-in, header headed by Minery, excuse me. And now Mackenzie Wright gets to work. Actually, that's Demacion gets to work, but it's stolen. Ends up at the feet of Oliveira. Tried to get it to Minery. It was deflected, so instead it's going to get turned over to Rocklin. Rocklin now just trying to play keep away. Sneak attack from Krosno. Here's Brewer, right side. And there will be no shot there as Haley Simmons says no. It was Krosno and Brewer going full steam ahead at the goal. Haley Simmons was pickpocketing her the whole time, though. Playing keep away again, loose ball. O'Connor to Minery, goes the other way. Here's right. She's got no options except for her fellow forward coming up the left side. It's stolen by the Tigers, and it's Krukirin. Minery chip shot out of bounds just to end any attempt at momentum. Header after the throw in, Krukirin just boots it out of there. Here's Costanzo showing off the speed. And she shoves down Mila Corey, whistle blows. And palms are up for the sophomore forward. Winding back is Mila Corey. And with the left leg, she sends that one out of bounds. Now rubbing the left shin. Throwing it in is Costanzo. And a good steal from San Luis Obispo. Now they can sort of get to work. Those plans were canceled by Trouble for the Thunder. Tigers just trying to get it out of the area. They finally do. They see Brewer downfield racing for the ball. But right there's the keeper, Porubsky, sends it back to midfield. And taking a tumble there was Oliveira. She touched it last. Here's quickly back on the throw-in for Rocklin. Minery touched her last. Minery O'Connor closed in on it. There was a gap, though. Good passing sequence from the Thunder. They feed it to Costanzo. She finds Coyne. And Jenkins puts that one away. Costanzo out of bounds again. Tight quarters on that play. About 4 or 5 different colored jerseys just hugging the line. But now we're back in play here. In control for most of this half has been the Thunder. And the most impressive feat of the night so far has been Rocklin's ability to hold down that San Luis Obispo offense, which has scored an average of at least 2 goals every game. Now in transition. Swank is there. Buffering at midfield. There is Simmons. Tapping it to Swank. Simmons getting contested by Brewer, but Simmons just going to send it back to Porubsky. Oliveira was going after it as the crowd sighs at that chance. She took a pretty big hit. Here's a shot, skipping off the shins of Porubsky. A sign of life for the slow offense here, finally going 10 minutes into the second half. It was Oliveira once again flashing a deep ball that skipped into Porubsky's shins. There was a slight opportunity there to tuck it away, but no one could get there quick enough, as here's the first sub of the half. It's going to be from the Thunder. Uncertain what that number is yet. We'll get it to you as soon as possible here. Still uncertain at the number as we're fighting for the ball here at midfield. And Mia Davis. There's a pass that's intercepted by Costanzo. She's got some numbers. Here come the Thunder. Center ball. Way too much spin on it. The Tigers put it away nicely. The bench is awfully excited about that one. That got a little freaky. A little 4v3 there for Rocklin. They had some numbers. They had some speed. But luckily for the Tigers, that center ball just caught a little too much heel from Costanzo. And now it's the Tigers' turn. Here's a shot to Ashley Brewer, but once again, it's Simmons preventing any progress from happening. And this game has been like the less intense version of the Josh Norman and who's right? Was it Odell Beckham? Those are always exciting games. I digress. Talking about American football here. But for now, game still tied at 2 at Holt Stadium. Tied at 0, I should say. Excuse me. Tied at 0 at Holt. Whistle blows. Sideline doesn't agree. At about the center line, kicking it will be the Thunder. Ooh, and a great touch by Demacion out of the air. Pass was sent just a little short behind her back, and she attempted to send it to Hannah Kelly on her left side. She stuck out the right heel behind her back. But I don't think Kelly was honestly expecting that ball, so it rolled out of bounds. But yeah, great awareness there by Demacion, the senior midfielder. You could say she's done that a few times, played 19 games last season. She led the team in goals with 16, which naturally then leading the team in points with 34. Riley O'Connor trying to create space, just kicks it out of bounds. Waiting for Swank to get set for the throw in. Gets it off. Fighting for the ball. Oh, and grabbing there. There's the whistle. A blatant grab from Ava Vargas turns it over to the Tigers in pursuit with Mia Forbes. As Krukurian sends this one downfield. And it's headed by Abby Swank. Goes out of bounds right away. Out of the air. O'Connor finds Krosno. Intercepted. Gonna try the throw in again. Minery chasing after it. Simmons muffs it out of bounds. Inching their way towards the goal is Slow. As O'Connor has another throw in. O'Connor, high shot, Oliveira. She had some miscommunication there. Looks like with Mia Davis. They both threw their head at the ball. Usually when the ball is in the air there, you gotta call to make sure there's no injury. Make sure you know who has priority on that play. In the box are the Tigers. There's Brewer with the shot. Tried to hit it through the trees. It's like me hitting my driver. Minery swoops the pass. Here's a chip to Krosno, and that one sailed over the goal. Some excitement starting to brew here at Holt Stadium. You can feel the pendulum swinging towards the Tigers' way, and they're needing that one. The sideline's getting into it a little more now as well, as there's about 24 minutes left to go in the game. Still tied at 0. That one's just going to go right to Porubsky. She rolls it immediately. Pass to Kelly. Kelly gets swarmed. She gets it out of there. Simmons sends it to midfield. Krukerian right on her. Jenkins winds up, finds Oliveira. Oliveira tried to go to Davis, ends up with Brewer. Brewer loses the battle to 2 defenders, and now here come the Thunder. Down the far sideline is Demacion. Demacion sends it to the middle. Here's a shot deflected by Krukerian. That actually looks like it's Riley Connor. And there was a nice look there from Rocklin, sent by Siri Coyne, the midfielder. Riley O'Connor able to stick a foot out there and stop any progress. Here's a firm pass to Oliveira. She gets it off to Brewer. Here comes Brewer. Loses balance, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Brewer was in a foot race with Addie Norman. Ended up in a tie because neither of them were able to gain full possession before that ball went out of bounds. Whistle blows. I think we have another sub here for the Thunder. Looks like we're getting a sub at defense. It's going to be Caroline Simmons, the sophomore. He's got to check back into this game. Good steal. Krosno had it. Over to Minery. Back to Krosno. Here she comes. Right foot. Gets deflected. She takes a tumble. Minery, left leg, caught. Porubsky was right there, but a good look by Zoe Minery with the left foot. Tigers want to get another look like that again. Everyone at the edge of their seat here at Holt. They can just smell a goal on the horizon. As Costanzo now at midfield. Getting pressed by Oliveira. She forces a turnover here as Jenkins is going to throw this one in. Krukerian loses control, but she finds Minery. Minery trying to set up shop. She sees Krosno. Krosno over to Brewer. Back to Minery. Ball in the air. O'Connor. Loose ball again. Here's Brewer. Here's a chance. Right foot too high. Oh my goodness. The Tigers are just so close to getting the first points on the board. Lots of good looks in this second half. As a wave of substitutions come in for Slow, trying something new here with Mia Radigan, Holland Oatman as well. You see Kinsey Zeidel as well. So some new faces. Radigan's had the hot hand as she was 1 goal away from a hat trick last game. We have her and Brewer in the game. Just trying to put all the scoring chips into this one. Brewer has 6 on the season goals. That leads the team. Radigan's right behind her with 4. matched her season total on Tuesday night. Here's the throw-in. Minery gets fooled on the nice move from Demacion, but ball gets away. Minery's just chasing after that ball. No one else is really around. Here's a high shot. O'Connor, now Krukarian. Krukarian surveying the field. Lets one loose. There's a whiff from a defender and a chance for Minery, but she has a standoff with Porubsky. And she picks it up right away, rolls it to Demacion. And Minery with some good hustle. As in pursuit now are the Thunder. A whiff and a little cleanup from Krukarian. Gets it over to Ashley Brewer. Now just sending this one back and forth like ping pong. It's like the ball's sent down one side of the field, then gets sent right back to the other side of the field. As here's Costanzo racing down, sticking a leg towards the ball is Corey, and they both go tumbling. Ball goes out, and we're going to see a corner kick here for Rocklin. Biting at the fingernails here at Holt Stadium. Just under 20 minutes left to go. Another plethora of substitutions, this time on the Blues sideline. You can see that freshman Ava Olimpiada check back into this game. Some speed on the wings with Costanzo and Olimpiada as Olimpiada dribbles it, and it gets sent out of the box once again towards midfield. Brewer tries to take it. She'll be unsuccessful, but intercepting it is Oatman. Oatman fighting for the ball. Rocklin gets some help. Whiffing again was Jakins. There's a pass over into the box. Gets canceled by Jakins. Still fighting for it. It's now Oatman. Through the legs of Zeidel. Whistle blows. And that one's going to be on slow. Rocklin's going to take the free kick from Nalani Demacion. The leading goal scorer for the Thunder last year. She's going to try to send this one over a wall of black jerseys. Here's the whistle. Arm goes up. Shot. Botched. Rolled on the ground. And the Tigers prevent disaster. It's like Demacion pulled up on that ball just a little too early. She caught it with the bottom side of her cleats. You could see on the spin on the ball and the action of it. That leg speed and how the ball came off don't correlate. Some excellent hustle there by Krosno getting it out of there. And here's Krosno on the loose. She sees Minery out of her right side of her eye, but she tried to go after Brewer, who was farther up the field. Turned back around. Good stop, Corey. Oatman, another good steal, playing some hustle defense tonight. Beckett. Brewer. Brewer getting tugged, no whistle. Brewer right leg, wide left. We're seeing a significantly more playing time here from Ashley Brewer tonight. I think now that's a little more contested matchup, tied at 0 with about 15 left to go in the game. think Slow realizes more that they want her on the field as much as possible, as well as their other weapons, like Mia Radigan. Radigan, Krosno, Brewer. A lot of CCAA, all CCAA members on that field. Krosno and Brewer being two of them. Brewer first team last year, Krosno second team. As a free kick here from Kalea Oliveira. Actually, it's going to be a throw-in, excuse me. Throw-in smothered by blue jerseys. Sword fight won by Costanzo. Costanzo just trying to get out of there. She does. Good hustle, Oatman. Sent down the near sideline. Last touch by Olympiada. They're going to turn it over quickly. O'Connor has some options. Finally throws it in. Fighting is Jakins. She sends it back to Zeidel. Zeidel, good pass. Jakins threads it to Krosno. Krosno downfield sees an open player in Lucetta. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Can't get the angle on what the call is here. A little far down the right side. I got my vision blocked a bit. But we are going to see some substitutions in for Rocklin. We're going to see Mila Corey come out of this game for the first time in the entire matchup. Still tied at 0. And Lucetta went after that one, and looks like Caroline Simmons is holding her face after that. Must have clashed heads. O'Connor with the gloves on finds Krosno. O'Connor, another chance. This time Brewer. Lucetta. And off the foot of Simmons. And here we go, a corner kick for Slow. Let's see if they can capitalize in this moment here. Brewer tapped it to Lucetta. Brewer left foot centers it. Header Jakins a little wide right. And Jakins on defense had a good look there to head that one into the back of the net, but it just goes a little wide right. Here's a goal kick for the Thunder. Radigan has it. Radigan to Oatman. Here's Krosno. Deep shot. Goes way over the top crossbar. Rocklin will do it again. Radigan. She's got it again. She sees Brewer. Another corner kick for the Tigers. Another chance. The bench loves it. The crowd loves it. It's Brewer and Krosno, looks like, on the far corner for Slow. And Brewer's winding up to take this one. Here it is. Jakins there to try and clean things up. But it's going to be Porubsky who's going to scoop it once again, shoot this one down midfield. Looks like a few names got involved on there. I think it was eventually the header from Samantha Lucetta. Just hit the wrong part of her head, and it just completely rolled out of the box. Game still tied at 0. Now just under 10 minutes left to go. And the Tigers are threatening. So I think Mia Radigan is going to head on out, and we're going to see Bella Iron come into this game, the junior midfielder. She had an assist in that game against Santa Ynez on Tuesday. Jenkins loses control. Oliveira there on her back. But it ends it back up with Thunder. Deep shot, Jenkins. Lucetta, little firm off the right foot when trying to gain possession, and it goes out of bounds off of her, it looks like. Although Riley O'Connor is retrieving that one. Looks like they're going to say Ava Olimpiada touched that one last, actually. Tried to get it to Lucetta, out of bounds once again. Now back on the slow side of the field. Great deflection, Lucetta. Trying to stop it with her chest was Iron there. Another throw in for the Thunder and another substitution for Rocklin as well. For now on that throw in, it looks like it's Jessica Trubel. She'll be the one to get things going as Mackenzie Wright in her debut on the senior squad gets stolen by Krosno. And now Krosno over to Brewer, loses control. Sent to midfield. Oliveira playing a gritty game tonight. Takes control once again. Zeidel to Oatman. Oatman holding arms with her defender. Rocklin has it. 2 black jerseys in pursuit. Oatman now has it. Trying to find any open space. Brewer makes it happen. But Haley Simmons kicks it away once again. Another possibility brewing here for the Tigers. Here with about 7 minutes left to go in the game. I'm not sure how much stoppage time they're going to get earned from the referee. There hasn't been many moments that would call for extra stoppage time. I mean, you look at the game on Tuesday, there was 2 really long injuries and a lot of balls that rolled out of bounds. We're seeing that again tonight, but these ones would roll all the way to the cement walls of the bleachers. So it would take a while to retrieve them, so they counted that. But not the same story tonight, as they've been living all in the penalty box for both teams. As Wright tries to make a move to get past O'Connor. O'Connor eventually catches up and gets it to Krukerian, who can't get there before it rolls out of bounds. And some extracurriculars from Mackenzie Wright as Krukerian throws the palms up in the air, waiting for just something. And Mackenzie Wright threw a little shoulder, a little elbow at the junior midfielder, but now ball's back in play. Intercepting it there. Great job by San Luis Obispo trying to turn things around. Here's Brewer trying to set up her offense. She sees Oatman. Oatman sends it over to Krosno. She can't get there in time. Now it's Lucetta. And Oatman sends a slow roller that's going to be stopped by Porubsky. Porubsky sends it deep, right to midfield and just over the head of Zeidel. Now here we go again. Zeidel tried to sending it over to Brewer and out of bounds once more. And a corner kick for the Tigers. I think we're going to see Mia Davis come in now. She'll replace Holland Oatman. And what an effort and what an asset she has been late in this half. Playing some great defense. Here's the corner just over the head of Jakins. Rolling. Krosno. She touched it last. About 4:24 remaining in this game, not counting stoppage time. Game tied at 0. The SLO High School Tigers hosting Rocklin High School and the Thunder. High throw in. Oliveira sends it back to Krukirian. Krukirian sent it to midfield. She'll do the same exact thing 2 times in a row. Brewer and Simmons. Now it's Brewer by herself, trying to create some spacing. Ooh, she saw an opportunity to get it to Iron, but it was stopped by Simmons again. Now it's Krosno, top side. Girl guarding her takes a fall, but then another blue jersey is there to send it out. Mia Davis. Krukirian. Line drive. Stopped by Vu. Vargas. Gets stolen by Davis. Davis sees Krosno just a little long. Another low liner. Oliveira can't control it. Whistle blows. She touched it last. I think that's going to be Gia Costanzo on the throw-in, if I'm not mistaken here. Here it is. Keeping it in play, fighting for the ball is both sides, and now it's Bella Iron. She tried to get it over to Davis. Loose ball, taken by Coyne. Near side. It's still Rocklin who has it. Shot downfield. Header Jakins. Smothering is Zeidel. Zeidel takes it right off the face. Looks like that was Kinsey Zeidel who just took a bullet to the jaw. Team crowding around their midfielder, their sophomore midfielder. Head coach Gabby Flores is going to walk her off holding that arm. And she's walking off immediately, wasting no time. So replacing her is going to be Mia Forbes. And she just absolutely ate that ball to the face. Not a huge reaction, just the instinct to get off the field right away. Seems to be fine sitting on the sideline, not holding the face or anything. Getting tended to by the athletic trainer. There's the first real stoppage, real long stoppage we've seen this game. Wondering how that's going to be added as now the game clock goes dark. And a muffed pass eventually recovered, and now here come the Tigers down the near side. Here's a chance for Navarro. Navarro keeps it in play, walking the tightrope, but then Haley Simmons puts it out. Now Riley O'Connor is going to be the one to throw it in. She does. Brewer whiffs it. Downfield was Krukerian. Now Oliveira trying to gain control. She does. Almost got tripped up. She kept the legs moving. Now it's Krosno, top side. Here's a center ball just short of the goal. Bit of an optical illusion, as I think the crowd thought that went in, but it hit the side of the net. So now we're just playing with the ref's time here, tied at 0. Slow high facing Rocklin High School and the Thunder. Krukerian's pass got intercepted, and now it's Demacion who's going to send a deep ball down the far side. Oliveira neck and neck off the crossbar. Whiff from Oliveira to get it out of there. Another shot for Rocklin, and that one misses wide right. Whew, a sigh of relief for the Tigers, as that one got awfully close. Hitting the top crossbar. Nalani Demacion, almost living in the Tigers' nightmares. Still has a chance, though, as she'll take the corner kick here. Waiting in anticipation to get the players into the penalty box as Demacion winds up for the kick. Here it is. Very high center ball. That one's a little too long as well. And it gets headed out of bounds. The 3 whistles blow. And this one's going to end in a tie. Heavily contested match. Some high defense in this match. Great play by both teams. Both clearly very athletic and talented, but neither could just come up with a goal in this non-conference matchup. The Slow High Tigers, 0. Rocklin High School Thunder, also 0. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Slow High School Soccer here on the Tiger News Network on YouTube. This is Nate Mills. You can follow me on social media at N805, wherever you like to social media. Signing off here on Tiger News Network. Have a good night, everyone.